Hello everyone, LMP back again, and today I have a review on another Thomas model. So usually I do these like straight after Christmas. I was thinking about doing even a Christmas presents video, but most of the things I got that are Thomas related I'm going to end up showing y'all in these reviews. So I figured we would, there should be about four or three reviews coming up, so stay tuned for the other two, or the other three depending on how I want to split it up. But I figured let's start off with Hornby D261, or Class 40, whatever you want to call them. So, you can see on the box here, it's your standard, at the time standard, Hornby Thomas box, with the Thomas & Friends logo, all the characters. Interesting enough, Mavis, because they never made her. On the side, you usually have this little name thing there, all the characters. Yeah, like Bill and Ben. And what's interesting is this is my only one where on the back it's got this, which is the radio control and sound system, which I actually own. I own. If you look at my Thomas and Percy electric train set review, you will see that it comes with that. Underneath, you got the characters again, and then I believe, yeah, you got the dates and things under here. Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Birdall Croft Company production. Based on the railway series by the Reverend W. Audrey. And then this one says Ghislaine Thomas Limited. Mine was made in 2001. Like most of my models were made in 2001, so let's get them open. Just lift this part here, of course, and the model comes out. So I'll put this in the background. And there are two holes on this one to push the model out. I find myself using the holes less and less. I just kind of pull it out of here. Sometimes you have to, but I think with him it's pretty safe to just do it with B1. Yeah, I'm not using the holes. So, here he is. Class 40, or D261, or Bowler, or the Diesel, or whatever you like to call him. I'm not sure what I want to call him. My friend the Clay Railway says I should call him Bowler, which is probably the most name-like. That isn't, you know, I'm not gonna call him the Diesel because we've already got Devious Diesel and all that. So, I think the only thing I noticed that he doesn't have, I don't think, any separate fitted detail. I think it's all kind of on here. I think, unless I'm wrong. I don't know. I heard his face is easy to come off, but mine hasn't come off or anything. Something interesting just before I get into the actual review is I don't see where his horn is. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I don't know where his horn is. I know Bear's got his horns up here, but I don't know where his horn is. So if anyone knows where the horn on Class 40 is, which I think I'll just call him Class 40 in this. I'll call him D261 in this video. If anyone knows where the horn is on D261, let me know, because I don't have a clue. Very quick bio, because I'm sure if you're watching this, you know who this guy is. I'm not too crash hot on my knowledge of this guy. I know he was introduced in Bowled Out in the television series. I don't know about the railway series. But he was only in one episode, so he was just one of those kind of rude to the steam engines sort of diesel. And for those who know the story, obviously, the railway inspector was by the track, and his air intake sucked the hat off of his head, and he was sent away in disgrace. So there you go. As for the model, something that's very interesting is if you look at the amount of wheels there are, and I didn't even notice this for the longest time until I really got into the Thomas stuff for Hornby, is that there's only 6 wheels, and Class 40 actually has 8 wheels. I think they did this for a reason. I think they did it because, so, you know, the Thomas models, a lot of the sets at the time had those second radius, even first radius curves. So I feel like if there were 8 wheels, it just wouldn't fit around curves very well. That's what my best guess is. Plus, if it's a little bit of a smaller build with less wheels, it's going to be cheaper to the consumer. So
I don't mind it. I don't even notice. If I wouldn't have seen a video pointing that out, to this day I wouldn't even notice. So, one thing that makes me upset about my model is, I don't know if you can tell me if this is on yours. I think this is just mine that's messed up, but I think this is a split axle. See that? What if I pull up this part? You see a little bit of glistening, it's because I oiled them the other day. See, those are moving as a pair, and these are moving individually. I don't think it should do that. So, that's not, it doesn't affect his running at all, it's just something I figured I would point out. His buffers are black, rather than the silver color. I've seen people change them. I'm not going to change mine, I'm quite happy with it. He doesn't have a dummy hook. I think it's because in the show, his little buffer beam goes down to about like right here. But obviously you need that coupler on the front, so they couldn't do that. But the face, if you look at the face, I mean, that is a great looking face. I mean, it looks just like he does in the television show. I love it. No like windshield wipers or anything up there. I don't know if he has them in the show or whatever. Something I figured I'd point out though. D261 on the side is written very, very nicely, just like he looks in the television show. These are windows, like actual glass, like windows. They're not just holes on the cab as well. They're actual windows, which I think is a very nice touch. I think underneath the detail is very impressive as well. You got all that stuff underneath of the model as well. This front bit is motorized. You've got these two wheels are powered. This one's just a dummy. These two are powered and they got traction tires. These ones are all free rolling, but they're pickups. They all pick up electricity. So I think all the wheels are doing it. Obviously these two sides can't because they got tires on them. But on the top, I'm not too great on my diesel engine sort of terminology, but I know that's the fan up there. I don't think there's any inside detail. It's not like you'd be able to see it anyway. No, I think it's just the inside of the engine. That's not a big deal. I really like this model. I wasn't even considering really getting this model till later on, but then I was thinking that he looks like, you know, I needed like a really big diesel engine, if you will. So, I thought this one was the way to go. I'd like to get Bear, but he's very expensive right now, so. I mean, yeah, he's pretty, he's not like the most detailed engine, but he's, I think, one of the nicest looking. Like, I mean, that looks very similar to the television series. He's a great model. I really do like him. The buffers are big and like they are in this show. He's one of the most accurate, I think. Besides, obviously, the wheels. I think the wheels are the only things that kind of take it down a little bit. I mean, the face is my favorite thing on this model. I mean, that looks great. Like, even the color looks like it's from the actual show. So, I recommend this model for sure. He's not very common. He's quite rare. I think this one was like 160 quid with shipping. So I think it was like 140, 130 quid, I think. But, something like that. So, not the most, like, expensive. He was definitely less than Emily was. But he's not very easy to find. I don't see him on eBay too often. If you see one, I do recommend you getting him, though. He's one of the nicest looking. And he's very versatile. You can just have him pulling coaches or trucks. He's a good background sort of character. Or a good foreground. You know, you can have him doing some speaking roles and all that. Yeah, very good model. Not an essential necessarily, but definitely a very good model. So I think I rate him a 9.5 out of 10. Not for like the wheels or anything. Yeah, I just feel like he's not like perfect, but 9.5 I think is a decent rating. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I definitely recommend him. Not an essential, but if you've got the main cast, I think you gotta go for engines like him. You know, after you get like Thomas, James, etc. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for my other reviews. I'm sure you're gonna like my other ones as well. And thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. So see you all next time. LMP signing out.